What's going on, y'all? Just pulled into the Timnath, Colorado warehouse right outside of Fort Collins. First thoughts, we are right off the highway, I-25 here. If you're going north-south in Colorado, if you're north of Denver, this is a very convenient location. What that is also going to mean, though, is that getting off the highway, there's a long line of cars from the one exit. You can tell that everybody's going to Costco. As soon as you pull into the parking lot, what I don't love is the gas station is right at the entrance to the parking lot. So some people are going to be slowing down, trying to turn into those little parking junctures, and some people are going to go to the gas station. Some people are also coming out of the gas station all into that main traffic zone. So that wasn't great, but once I was past that, it was easy enough to get to my usual spot in the back of the gas station, or in the back of the parking lot. But it was a little crazy by the gas station. The warehouse looks great. It looks very new. I'll be sure to look up when this one opened for you guys. But parking lot, there are double line spaces. You know, I always love to see that. Definitely my favorite thing. We're in a bit of a shopping center here. So if I look behind me, there's no like official start and end to the Costco parking lot, but if you're already in Timnath and you don't need to be coming from the highway, I believe there would be multiple ways for you to get in this parking lot, so that could be a plus. I did see, obviously, the gas station. There's a tire center here as well. New looking warehouse. Remember, Colorado locations, we're not going to have liquor stores here, so I'm going to be looking for that in my layout to see, you know, how the beer and wine might be located in the warehouse and how it affects the traffic flow. So we'll get in here, we'll take a look around. Timnath, Colorado, coming right up. Tire Center's got the standard 4 bays. I did see a lot of activity when I was here. A lot of ins, a lot of outs, a lot of what have yous. There is a secondary entrance to the parking lot right near the Tire Center, but when cars are backing in and out of those bays, it can back things up pretty badly. And here are 2 nitrogen filling stations. Bit of a unique entryway here at the Timnath location. I think it looks pretty cool. I can tell by the parking lot, we're in for a crowded one today. It's Saturday, it's about 2 p.m. So I really like that they've got 5 of these garage bays open. Really gonna help with crowd management, open up that entryway, give people a lot more access points. Plus, it makes the entryway feel a lot bigger than it really is. When these bays are closed, entryways can get pretty darn tight. Initial approach is very, very standard. Nothing major to report here. Although, I just glanced over at the checkout area, so I can tell the crowds are coming for me later. But for now, we're okay. Judging by the outside of this warehouse, I thought we were in for one of these super mega ones that was built post-2020, but this is a very standard layout. It's one I really like. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's probably one of the more common ones around. As I continue into my secondary approach, the traffic considerably picks up, and here I go into the back corner. This is where I'm looking to see all of the produce plus a refrigerated section. It's an indicator of a great layout and enough space, and I do see that along with the entire wine section. I'm actually fine with it here because this warehouse does have the space for it, so no problems with that. Weaving through the bakery now, not seeing anything out of the ordinary. Everything's looking pretty great so far, actually. And now I find my way to the back wall. It's time for the chicken check-in. Hey y'all, chicken check-in, Timnath, Colorado. It's crowded here. There's a lot of people, and I was definitely expecting that based on the location. You know, we're pretty far outside of Denver, so this is a wide geographic pull region here. Crowded, but looks like the warehouse is handling it as well as it can. I'm a fan of the layout so far. It's very crowded here. Here's what I mean about the geography of the area. You can see this warehouse, we're about 70 miles north of Denver, and when I zoom out on the map, you can see there's a lot of warehouses to the south, but in any other direction, there's not a lot around it. So not only is this the closest warehouse for Fort Collins, but we're talking like huge chunks of Wyoming, Nebraska, even some of South Dakota. Now, I know those aren't the most populated areas in the world, but when you've got a Costco that serves a radius of hundreds and hundreds of miles, yeah, you're gonna get some crowds. As I continue on the back wall, I'm trying to get to the way back to check out the refrigerated dairy section, but I've really got to do some work to weave around here, and honestly, this is kind of what it was like the rest of the time I was at the warehouse. A great layout, one that's very common, one that I'm a big fan of, just a lot of people here, and so even with this good layout, it's just tight, it's crowded. Hey y'all, checking in from the far back wall. This is one of the more crowded far walls I've seen. Definitely heavy volume here. Like usually this is where I can come and just walk quickly, chill, but I'm still weaving around people at the back here. It's nice though, like the warehouse is nice. Coming into the clothes section, things did empty out though, so that was kind of nice to see. One thing I did want to note is the clothes section is right up against the refrigerated meats. Usually I see some of the outdoor supplies in between the meat section and the clothes. Here they were just right up against each other. Nothing wrong with that, just noticed it. But I do find that outdoorsy stuff after the clothes section. I see a cool little floaty raft that you would pull behind you on a boat so you can put some kids on it. That was nice. Here's the furniture, so all that usual stuff, just a little bit flipped around. So here's something I was not expecting. I went to the sidewall to check out the home improvement section, the tools, the fixtures, things like that, and I stumbled upon pretty much the entire liquor store just in the aisles. Really never come across this before. Not quite sure what to make of it, but pretty cool they got it. Hey guys, so I actually have no clue what the laws are in Colorado about selling liquor in the warehouse. There's no liquor store. Other Colorado warehouses I've been to only have beer and wine, but in this one they've just got all the liquor that would normally be in a liquor store just in the aisles here, kind of like near the motor oil and windshield wipers and stuff like that. So I actually don't know what the rules are. Hey y'all, so I did some digging on the laws about selling liquor in Costco's in Colorado, and it's just warehouse to warehouse. Some are only going to sell beer and wine, some are going to include liquor, but there's no physical liquor stores, so the ones that are selling liquor, it's just going to be in the aisles the way we saw in Timnath. And as many of you know, you don't need to be a Costco member to purchase liquor, and I've always pictured that situation happening in the locations that have a physical liquor store. I never really thought about what it would be like if liquor's just being sold in the aisles. So let me know in the comments if you've got any experience with that, if you know somebody who's done that, bought liquor just at the standard checkout without a membership. Let me know how it went. Pharmacy, eye center, and hearing center. Guys, there are people here. That speaks to the increased volume. There's actually people in this area. Very rare. I'm about to begin my initial descent, but before I do, something caught my eye. I'm seeing pallets in the aisles again. This drives me freaking crazy. So anyway, my descent. Yeah, it's crowded. There are a lot of people here, especially as you get toward the checkout area. But I like this warehouse. It's laid out well. It's a good size. It's mitigating that stress. I've been to warehouses that are crowded that just feel like absolute madhouses, and this doesn't feel that way. There's just a lot of people. But, you know, the blood pressure's not rising. I'm still enjoying myself. Oh yeah, it's here, boys. Kirkland Whey Protein, first time seeing it in person. Got a little excited there. But yeah, checkout, you're screwed either way. There was nobody working self-checkout, long lines for that. Standard checkout's a mess, so wish I could help you out here, but that's just the way it is. Food court was very standard, all the regular stuff that you would come to expect by this point, and then walking out of here you got your food court tables, tire center, not a huge wait to get your receipt checked. Honestly, this location, I think if you came at an off time, you'd have a really great experience. The warehouse is nice, it's new enough, it's laid out well, and I think with a little game planning, this could be really, really great. All right, y'all, just got back from Timnath, Colorado. First things first, 3 words: crowded, crowded, and crowded. Man, the volume was intense here, but it's honestly kind of what I expected looking at the map. I mean, this is the Costco for Fort Collins, Cheyenne, Wyoming, actually like a lot of Wyoming, parts of South Dakota, Nebraska. So this very wide radius for this Costco. So there's going to be crowds and you need to have a game plan. This is really not a location where you can show up on Saturday and have a good time. This one, you got to be Tuesday, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. But honestly, like no matter what Costco you're at, you're probably going to have a better time Tuesday, Wednesday at 7 p.m. But this one, planning ahead, is a must. But I did really enjoy the warehouse. I thought it was newer than it was. It opened in 2014. Good layout, good flow. My main thing I did not like was the location of the gas station, how that was situated. As I mentioned earlier, most people are accessing this Costco from a main highway and come in one entry point into that parking lot. Right at that crowded entry point is the gas station. So you got people looking for parking spots, people going to get gas, and people coming out of the gas station all in a really tight area. So it leads to a lot of congestion. Definitely not great layout there. But let's get to today's one item from Timnath, Colorado. I'd heard the myths, the legends, the story, the hype about the Japanese party mix. I'm here to try it. Hope it's as good as people have been telling me it is. All right, guys. Timnath, Colorado. Have a game plan. I'll see you on the next one. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this content, please remember to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments section, what do you think about the Timnath, Colorado warehouse, and is there somewhere that you would like to see me go next? All right, guys, have a good one.